What is up, YouTube? YouTube! Mr. King coming at you live from the studio. That's what we got today. Missing work, then a practice test that I'll give you an idea of how you do on the real test tomorrow, and then an attendance survey, which is graded. So first part, look through the assignments for week 10 through 13. So yeah, we've been doing Gen X for 4 weeks now, and look for what you're missing. So how you do it? Go to classwork, or you can look at grades, and yeah, see what assignments you're missing. We've been doing Gen X for a while now, and then work on that missing work and list which ones you're missing in your bell work. And then once you're done with that, just note, we do have an exam tomorrow that will be open notes. I'll give you 3 days to do it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then today we have a practice quiz. So here's my advice. I am going to go over the answers in this video, but I encourage you all to attempt it yourself first. The best way to learn is for you to actually attempt the questions and then see what you did wrong or confirm what you did right. That's how you learn the most. If you just wait for me to give the answers and copy them, you won't learn anything. So right now, pause the video and take the test. It should take you around 50 minutes, 50 minutes. If it's faster, great. It's 5 questions. They're rather long. So pause the video now, take the practice test, and I'm going to go over the answers. Okay, so number 1, provide a phenotype for a given genotype. So this one is a lot like the Future Baby Lab. I gave you basically a key. It has a trait. So we're going to be looking at bats, wing color, ear size, nose shape, and then vampire transformation. And then the phenotype is right here. And then the allele for the phenotype. So these are all recessive. And then these are all the capital alleles, so they're all dominant. So how you do it, here are the chromosomes for bat A. And then you'll describe the phenotypes in this box. So bat A has 2 recessive alleles, so it will have black wings. The ears, it has a capital B, so we'll have the dominant trait. So this bat will have long ears. And it has a capital D, and it has a capital E. So it'll have long ears, a simple nose, and the bat can be a vampire. And then vampire transformation, yes. I did make this around Halloween, so I want to make it a little fun. Next one, here are the chromosomes for bat B. It does have a capital A, so we'll have the dominant trait for wings. So has capital A, so we'll have white wings. Ears. Okay. It has 2 lowercase b's, so it should have the recessive trait. That'll be short ears. Nose, 2 lowercase d's, so it'll have the recessive trait. So that'll be a spear nose. And vampire transformation is dominant since it's gain of function, so it has a capital E. So since it has a capital, it'll be dominant, so yes. And self-assessment, were you able to successfully complete this question? If you got all the answers right, yes. If you didn't know how to do it or you got it wrong, put a no. And I made some videos that'll help you. Future Baby Lab video, you can skip ahead to where you need. Yeah, I was able to do it though, so I'll put a yes. Okay, objective number 2, complete and analyze the results of a monohybrid cross. Dimples are dominant to no dimples. What are the phenotypic probabilities for a cross between Ariana Grande and her ex-husband, Pete Davidson, in which both parents are heterozygous? Heterozygous for dimples. Do you know what heterozygous means? If you don't, look it up in your notes. Heterozygous, having 2 different alleles. So if both parents are heterozygous for dimples, then both parents should have a capital and a lowercase d. Boom, boom. So you should have had this for your parents' alleles, and then fill out the Punnett square. And then once you do that, tell me the percent of genotypes for each, and then the phenotypes. So out of all the kids, here are the possible genotypes. 2 capitals, 1 capital, 1 lowercase, and then 2 lowercase. 25% of the kids were homozygous dominant, 50% were heterozygous like their parents, and 25% were homozygous recessive. Or you could put it out of 4, so or 1 out of 4, or 2 out of 4. You get the picture? Phenotypes. So there are 2 possible phenotypes. You can either have dimples, no dimples. Dimples is dominant, so you should know anything with a capital D will get the dominant trait. So that would be 75%. 3 out of those 4 kids have a capital D. Whereas no dimples, that's only 1 kid. Only this kid did not get a capital D, so he will not have dimples. So that's 25%, or 1 out of 4. Which phenotype had greater probability? Dimples. If you got these answers right, yes, I'm ready for the quiz, the test. If you need help, here's a twin Punnett square practice video, and then this worksheet. Next, this one is going to be a little tricky. It's probably the hardest one in the test, is a dihybrid cross. You're going to be analyzing this dihybrid cross of 2 gremlin parents. So read, having brown hair is dominant to red hair, and being short is dominant to being tall. So note, like we used to say, like being tall is dominant. This is gremlins we're talking about. Gremlins are usually short, so being short is dominant. So here's a cross. Capital B, brown hair. Lowercase b, red hair. Capital S, short. Lowercase s, tall. What is the chance that a gremlin has brown hair and is short? So to figure that out, you know that brown hair and being short is dominant. So any gremlin with a capital B and a capital S will be brown hair and short. So how to do this one? Just count how many boxes have a capital B and a capital S. So you should have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. All the other ones have either 2 lower cases for S's or B's. So 9 out of 16 had a capital B and a capital S. Now it asks, what is the genotype that will make a gremlin have brown hair and be short? So I would have taken a couple things. You could have just said any genotype with a big B and a big S. So you understand that big B will take over and give you brown hair, and big S will be short and take over and make you short. Okay. Or you could have given me the 4 combos. So you could have 2 big B's, 2 big S's, 1 big, 1 small, or both heterozygous. Those are the 4 possibilities. You could have found those in the chart too. What is the chance that a gremlin has red hair and is tall? So those are the 2 recessive traits. So to be recessive, you should know you need 2 lowercase b's and then 2 lowercase s's. And if you read the chart, only 1 kid, this kid has 2 lowercase b's and 2 lowercase s's. So 1 out of 16 will be tall and have red hair. What is the genotype? That one right there. Nice. So if you're able to do that, give yourself, yes, I'm good. If you need help, watch this video. Next, moving on. Explain how crossing over leads to more genetic variation. So we have before crossing over right here, after crossing over right here. Which diagram shows chromosomes that are more genetically diverse? Explain why. Make sure to use the words alleles, traits, and unique in your answer. So you should have noticed graphic B has more unique chromosomes. Graphic B is more diverse because there are 2 more chromosomes with unique alleles. So these 2 have unique alleles, whereas this one only has 2 different types. All of these chromosomes are different. So graphic B has 2 more unique alleles, unique allele combinations, resulting in more possible combinations of traits. The point is, if you have different chromosomes with different combinations, then you have more possibilities for different kids. I was able to do that? Yes. Need help? Here's this video, and then look over your meiosis slides for modeling meiosis. Next, this is what we did yesterday. Transcription translation. So you're gonna try and figure out a turkey now for Thanksgiving, if a turkey will have feathers. Analyze these sequences for mRNA, then amino acids, and determine whether the turkey will have feathers. I'll do the first one. You'll have to do the next one yourself. So remember, T's go to A's go to U's, C's go to G. And then biology reads it in threes. So I like to do a little hyphen or a dash. So AUG, then the G's go to C's, A goes to U, do a dash. And it also helps me keep track. So now I'm on this one. G goes to C, the A's go to U's, then dash, then U, A goes to U, then T goes to A, and G goes to C, then A goes to U, T goes to A, and C goes to G. So here's my sequence for mRNA. And now we have to figure out what are the amino acids. So find them in the table. AUG. So A, then U, then G. That's MET. MET. I'm going to put them all caps. MET. Then CCU, C, then C, then U. CCU is pro. Then CUU, C, then U is Lu. Seen. Then UAC, U, then A, then C, tier, tyrosine. And then U, then A, then G is stop. So here's what you need to get feathers. You should notice that this turkey will not have feathers. The sequence has a proline, pro, instead of an arginine. Now, do this one yourself and determine whether the turkey has feathers. If you're able to do it yourself, put a yes. If you need help, watch this video. Yep, that was the practice test. And then do this little reflection. Once you do, please hit turn in and then take this graded exit ticket about protein synthesis. Thank you so much for staying with me the whole time. I appreciate it. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.